worst stand-up?
Yeah.
The best stand-up I ever had was probably at that show. I had a show where everybody from class came. There was like 50 or 60 people there. And that was a pretty good one. Sometimes I have a good sense.
That's one of your best ones or worst ones?
That was a good one. I sometimes have sets at...
Oh, that was the worst one. I was like, oh, man, yeah,
I sometimes have sets at ACC that with like 100 people that go pretty well. The worst one, I have the worst one... Oh, I have a bunch of bad ones. I have tons of horrible ones. The first one I had was like nobody, like I was just looking at people and everybody was just staring at me. That was a horrible one. But that was like my second time or first time doing stand up. But that was
you were
so
just
bad.
Looking at people?
No, they were looking at me, just staring at me, and I was doing my little routine and shit. But like that was a bad one. But I'm trying to think of a really bad one. Ooh, you want to hear a good one? One time I invited my grandpa to this bar, a mic at this bar. It wasn't a mic, it was a show. And the host of this show, I thought he was this really great comedian, but he was just coming up. And like this bar was just small. It was kind of like a dive bar. I invited my grandpa and my aunt all the way from Palm Springs. My grandpa is 90, or at the time he was like 80, 88. And I invited them all the way up there. I thought it was going to be this nice place, this big venue, and it's this tiny little piece of shit place. No one's there. A few people. The guy who's hosting it and who runs it goes up before me and bombs. Like, bombs to the point where, like, it was like one of the worst bombings. It was not one of the worst bombings, but, like, when someone bombs fully, it's a bomb. Like, you can't, like, it's just a bomb. So it was a full bomb. He just completely bombs. And I go up there after him. I'm literally standing there. I'm having a panic attack as I'm about to walk up to the thing. And like right before I get up there, I control it. I get up there and I do my shit. But it's like, I'm doing better than him. But like, just a few chuckles here and there. But
that's so fucked up.
And I bombed in front of them. And he gave me $100 afterwards. He's like, you get paid for this? And I was like, no. And he was like, he gave me $100. But that was a bombing. But it would be so cool to have him come to, like, I was thinking it's so cool to have him come to like ACC where there's like 100 people and I do well. And I fucking, it's only 3 minutes, but like make the whole room laugh, do pretty well. That would be cool. But unfortunately I fried him to this shitty one and saw me like fucking do terrible. But that was my worst one.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad one. But it happens. Like, you get over it. Not a big deal.
Oh, man. You didn't talk shit in the car on the way home?
Oh, they're super supportive.
Oh, okay.
They're really supportive.
Hey, son, you know you bombed tonight, right?
No, they don't even
You heard very funny tonight.
They pretend like it's good. They pretend like it's good.
Oh, okay. Oh.
But,
man.
I've done really good, though. I've done really good in front of my girl one time. I did really good in front of my parents brought some family one time. When I did the thing, like everybody, I did the first show I ever did. Michelle Plasters brought the whole class, so like 30 people showed up.
Who the hell is Michelle Plasters?
Michelle, you don't remember Michelle from class?
Oh, I thought you said Michelle. What's her last name?
It's Plasters. I mean, it's Plasters. That's
sure.
Yeah.
Like Michelle?
Yeah. Her name is Michelle Plasters.
Really? Oh, I'll have to check. But
I mean, I don't know, it's something like that. But she brought the whole class. So there was like 20 people from the class, and then there was like 40, 50 more people came from the show. And that one went really well.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I have the audio on my Facebook page.
Joy Zampara! Deserve that. Oh man, that was terrible. You think I'm going to be funny, and I'm not that funny. So don't get your hopes up. So I was visiting my grandma the other day, and she lives in an assisted living facility. And the guy who's taking care of her says, "Lily, how do you want your medication distributed?" And she said, "Throughout the neighborhood." That's not really a joke. That's just something that happened the last time I visited my grandma. But So I live next to this place called the Boiling Crab. I thought that was a weird name for a restaurant because I've never seen in the name of a restaurant the animal and the way they kill the animal, all just right there. You know what I mean? The Boiling Crab. Because think about it, McDonald's would never call themselves the tortured cattle, right? KFC would never call themselves the murdered chicken. Chick-fil-A would never call themselves the gay-bashing poultry, right? They wouldn't do that. It'd be bad for business. It'd be fiscally irresponsible to do that. But if you guys didn't know, the owners of Chick-fil-A are very religious and they're closed every Sunday. And if you guys seen that whole pray away the gay thing they have at Catholic Christian churches, I always thought it'd be great if they adopted that same business model to Chick-fil-A, and then their slogan could be, Chick-fil-A away the gay, just keep stuffing our chicken in your mouth till you don't want to stuff a dick in there anymore. Yeah. Oh yeah. Could you imagine that at every Chick-fil-A in America? In quotes, and underneath it says Matthew 3:16. That's Trump's America right there, baby. That is Trump's America, okay? Hoorah, baby. Hoorah! On there, and I'm flipping through these pictures. I see this cute girl. Start flipping through her pictures, and I pretty quickly realize she's in a wheelchair. So I pass by her profile. About 2 minutes go by, I start feeling like shit. I start feeling like that was a fucked up thing to do to just write that girl off, you know, because she's in a wheelchair. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to say, hey, how's your day going? Hope everything's going great with you. Send the message off. About an hour passes by, no response. 2 hours goes by, still nothing. I go to bed, I get up the next morning, I go back on the website. This woman ghosted me, nothing, absolutely, completely ignored me. This woman, who doesn't have the use of half of her body, looked at my pictures and said, nah. No, I don't think so. I'm sure there's better things along than that. Do you guys have any idea the crippling feeling I felt that day? The paralyzing blow that was to my ego? The crushing feeling I felt. Come to think of it, it was probably pretty similar to the crushing feeling she felt in her spine when her legs were destroyed and whatever accident she was in that got her in that wheelchair in the first place. Right, guys? I mean, come on, she had it coming. Even I hate the end of that fucking joke, and I wrote it, so. One more thing here. You guys ever look at your dad and be like, how the fuck did you make it this far without getting like hit by a bus when you were walking across the street? I look at my dad. He's a great guy, okay? But he's not the roundest bowl in the an area where people keep bowls. He's not round like the other ones, you know what I mean? But still, I look at my dad, and he's got a bigger house than I do, nicer car, hotter wife. Kidding me, Dad? The fuck? Dads, right, guys? I mean, you guys get it, right? No, you don't get it? Thanks a lot, guys. That's my time.